It is Monday, December 13th in the NBA, and I'm back with my 6 best bets. Now, we took yesterday off, but we're returning with a vengeance. Let's start off the week making some money. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. We're going to get right into it. Let's do a quick recap from Saturday. Like I said, we took yesterday off. Hopefully, you guys didn't miss me too much. We're back to get after it. Now, we went 2-2 on Saturday, losing a little bit of juice. We went 8-3 over our past 2 days, so not too shabby. The biggest note is our best bet segment is finally getting into form. It's cashed 4 in a row, so hopefully we can continue to make those winning bets. And let's continue it. If you're new to the channel, and if you are, we appreciate you for clicking on the video. We appreciate you for joining us. Consider clicking that subscribe button down below. It's 100% free, and you can see our daily videos almost every single day. We normally don't take days off, but Sunday I was busy. Now we are back. We're inching closer and closer to 16,000 subscribers. So if you are a frequent flyer here and you always are watching, share the videos with a friend. We would appreciate it. Now, if you want to click that like button down below too, we appreciate it. Also, if you want Monday Night Football, Rams versus Cardinals, best bets will be linked down below. We appreciate you for checking it out. And if you want some exclusive sign-up bonuses, click the first link in the description to a bunch of different sportsbooks, Caesars, BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel, all of them, just dimers.com/COS. Go check that out. It helps us and it'll help you out make some money. Now let's get into the best bet of the day. We're taking Spicy P. Pascal Siakam over 34.5 PRAs, minus 118 on FanDuel. Now, the Spicy P, who doesn't love that nickname? Now, he gets to take on the Sacramento Kings, and let me flip to the next slide because that's all we really need. Now, the Sacramento Kings have been absolutely brutal, especially on the defensive end so far. They've been giving up points like Christmas came early. But sadly, today they'll be giving out points probably again. Now, today they are in Toronto. The Kings will again be without Richaun Holmes, and the Kings support the 5th fastest pace in the NBA, and I'm sure that number is continuing to rise, especially without Richaun Holmes. And I believe the Raptors, they do rank last in pace in the NBA, but they're going to play up to this competition. Their guards, their forwards are going to play faster than they might normally. Now, at least they did that in their previous meeting when I believe they scored 108 points, and they only scored 12 in the fourth quarter. So their team total over, not a bad bet, but it's like 112.5. So, and I have 2 other bets in this game, or 1 other one. Now the Raptors, they'll be without OG Anunoby, Khem Birch, and Precious Achiuwa. So naturally, you'll see a lot of Pascal Siakams and Scotty Barnes, who, spoiler alert, you'll see him later on in the video, probably all the way at the end. So if you're a Scotty Barnes lover, stick around. Now over the past 2 games that Precious Achiuwa has been out, they've obviously been starting Pascal Siakam at the center position, which they've done time and time again all season. But you've seen Pascal had 13 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists against the Knicks for just 29 PRAs, and then 23, 11, and 5 versus OKC. In the game before that, Precious was active. Pascal hit this over as well. Now, the game against the Knicks, he obviously went under only at 29 PRAs. That was a game he shot 3 for 18. And you know what? I don't see that happening today, especially not against a very depleted Kings roster that just doesn't have the best defense in the NBA. Now, Siakam already has taken on the Kings earlier this season. It was a couple, I believe it was back in November. He had 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist, 41 PRAs, cashing this easily. He only played 30 minutes, as opposed to what recently he's played 38 and 39 minutes. Like I said, it was a blowout. They won by I believe 13 or 14, but they were up by they blew that. Like I said, they only scored 12 points in the fourth quarter. I believe the lead was like 25 to 27 points at one point. Now the Kings, they have 0 interior defense, and that's where Siakam likes to do. He likes to dribble and get into. He does his patented spin move, and he gets into the paint, and that's what they're going to be doing. He's going to be doing all day. The Kings giving up the most points per game in the paint. Out of any NBA team, over 52 per game. And my final stat of the day, Pascal Siakam has hit this over in 5 straight games versus the Sacramento Kings. Today, he's making it 6. So Spicy P is our king today for the Calling Our Shot channel. We're going to ride with him. Now we got 1 more player prop, then 2 more spreads and over-unders, and then 2 more player props. So we're going back to the well with this boy, Jayshawn Tate, over 3.5 assists, minus 125 on Caesars. Now Tate, first off, welcome back. We took him over, his over on Saturday, cashed it easily, had 9 assists in that game. And like I said, we took his over on Friday when we went 6-1. We were laid off him on Saturday against a tough matchup against the Grizzlies, and good thing we did because he only had 3 assists. And now today, the Rockets will be without, again, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green, meaning the ball will be likely in Mr. Jayshawn Tate's hands a good amount of time. Now, today gets a much more advantageous matchup against the Atlanta Hawks, who on the season, giving up the 6th most assists per game as a whole. They've been giving up a ton of assists to opposing point guards. Now, Tate has hit this over in 7 of his last 8 games, the 1 missed being last game when he ended on the hook. Over his last 8 games, he's averaged 9.1 assist chances per game, so he only has to cash 4 of those. And those 4 of those 8 games included Kevin Porter Jr., who's also averaging 13 assist chances himself. We'll see the ball in Tate's hands much more without Kevin Porter Jr. and obviously Jalen Green out there. Now, given this matchup, Tate has played them twice in his career, both last year. He had 5 and 6 assists. So I'm going to ride with Jayshawn Tate over 3.5 3.5 assists, minus 125. A little bit of juice, but we'll be willing to pay it. 4.5, I don't love the line at 4.5, so do what you want with it. If it's good plus money, maybe take it, but I love 3.5 a lot better, obviously. Now let's move on to 2 spreads and over-under picks. Warriors, minus 4.5, taking on the Pacers, minus 110. Now, today the Warriors are on the road, where you don't love them as much, but they're taking on the Pacers, and the home Pacers are a team that we have backed before. Now, you know we don't love the Pacers here, but because they're a very inconsistent team, and I'm banking them to be inconsistent today, because the Pacers have won 3 in a row. So congrats, guys. But today you're getting an angry Pacers team. It's against an angry Warriors team by being led by a Draymond Green that is absolutely fired up. He posted this tweet. I'll put it on the screen. He was fired up after the recent loss to the 76ers. It was a terrible game. And recently, you've seen this Warriors team really struggle. And Draymond, one of the most vocal leaders, not only in the NBA, but also for this Warriors team, I think he's going to get them and rally the troops and get them a win today. Now, prior to the Warriors getting cute and trying to get Stephen Curry the record, yeah, they were 17-6-1 against the spread, second best in the league. Now, they still are 17-6-1, or 17-8-1, still the second best against the spread in the league. But still, you look at it, their offense has been out of sorts trying to get Stephen Curry this over. And I know they want to do it at home, and I know they probably wanted to try against his brother, but now they're going to throw that plan out the window. They've been playing terrible basketball, and that's resulted, I mean, they beat the Blazers by missing half their squad by only 10, and then they lost to a 76ers team, getting absolutely just outclassed in that one. I think the Warriors, all their other guys, everyone's been out of rhythm. I think they'll all get back in rhythm today against the Pacers. And also, of note, the Pacers have lost 9 of their last 10 matchups versus the Warriors, given if Stephen Curry was active. And I know these two are different teams, so that you can't necessarily take that with a grain of salt. Now, not another stat for you, all season, the Warriors have only lost 5 games, and after the other previous 4 losses, they've won the game immediately following that by 21, 18, 22, and 31 points. I think Draymond Green will get the crew active and ready to go, and I think they'll be able to beat this Pacers team on the road. Minus 4.5 points. I'm all in. Take the Warriors. Now the next spread pick, you can take the Cavs if you want, the absolute wagon that they are, but they're gonna eventually not gonna cover, so we're gonna go with the Nuggets. Minus 3.5, minus 110. BetMGM. Taking on the Wizards. Now minus 4.5, also playable. Fine with me. Now here's the stat for you. The Nuggets, they're homesick, man. They have not been at home all month long. They have not played a single home game, I believe 6 or 7 on the road straight. And their last home game was all the way back on November 26th. And they also haven't won a home game in almost a month. Their last home win was back on November 14th. Now, I will say now that might sound like a long time, and they've really only played 3 home games since then. And all those 3 teams have been against good playoff teams, being the Sixers, the Bulls, and the Bucks. At home this season, they actually haven't played a lot of inferior opponents, and I think the Wizards are that today. Now, prior to those 3 losses against those playoff teams, they had won 6 straight games, and today they welcome the Washington Wizards on the road. Now, if Portland could just cover a couple games, the Wizards would be the worst covering team on the road all season. They are currently 4-10-1 against the spread, second worst in the league, only in front of the Portland Trail Blazers, and that shows that they score 7 less points on the road. And when I think about a matchup of these 2 teams, I really like this for the Nuggets' sake. Now, they should have Will Barton back today, and their guards are pretty decent defensively, so that should be able to contain at least Bradley Beal and Dinwiddie. And the Wizards, they don't really have a lot to stop Nikola Jokic. They got Daniel Gafford, but he could be in foul trouble within the first 30 seconds. And then behind him, it's Montrezl Harrell. If you see Montrezl Harrell come in pretty early in the game, just hammer Jokic's live bets, because Montrezl will not be able to stop Nikola Jokic. No chance in heck. Now, the Wizards will be without Kyle Kuzma today, and maybe that's addition by subtraction. I don't know. You tell me. But Kuzma, honestly, he hasn't been that bad. He didn't deserve that. But he's a mystery box. You really never know what you're going to get out of Kyle Kuzma any given night. Now, the Nuggets, I think they'll get Will Barton back. He was out their last game due to illness. I think he should be back today. And the Wizards have lost 4 of their last 5 games. Their 1 win, congrats, against the Detroit Pistons. We're very, very proud of you. Now, the Nuggets, they got to start stringing together some wins here. They're 13-13. They have playoff aspirations. I think they'll win this one, especially with the crowd behind them. The crowd hasn't seen them all month long. I think they'll be back in the Nuggets tonight. We'll take them, minus 3.5. Moving on to two more player props, and we'll get on out of here. Lauri Markkanen, we're taking this under 5.5 rebounds, minus 128 on FanDuel. Now, Lauri taking on the Miami Heat, and on paper, that's a great matchup for rebounds for big men. But sadly, Markkanen plays on the Cavaliers, who start 3 big men, 3 7-footers, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, other guys, and those guys handle the majority of the rebounds, especially that has been very apparent in December. Now, so far through 7 games in December, Lauri Markkanen averaging just 3.4 rebounds per game. He's gone under this line in 5 of 7 games, and they play the Miami Heat at the beginning of the month. month. And yeah, he had one more rebound than both you and I watching the video. Yes, he just had 1 rebound. Now, over the past 3 games combined, he's had just 5 rebounds in 75 minutes. So I don't anticipate him playing 75 minutes today. Maybe he does. And if so, we'll take the L happily. Over those 7 games in which they played in December, he's averaging just 6.6 rebound chances per game. And to cash it over, you're normally going to need a lot of opportunity, and he's really not been getting that. And so he would have to grab all 6.6 of them and cash at a ridiculous rate. In the previous game against Miami, he only had 4 rebound chances. Like I said, he only turned into 1 rebound. And all the things, the Cavs finally getting healthier. They got Cedi Osman, Dean Wade, the GOAT, and Kevin Love obviously back. We love them getting healthy. The Cavs are one of the best teams. And, they've really been a surprise this season in the NBA. And Lauri Markkanen, he's a solid player, but you got obviously Kevin Love off the bench, who's going to steal some minutes. You got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley grabbing a lot of boards. And really with Dwayne Dedmon out there, you're just going to have Jared Allen camping out in the paint, or even Evan Mobley. So I'll take Lauri Markkanen under 5.5 rebounds. On my last play of the day, already hinted at it, Scotty Barnes over 11.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 111 on FanDuel. Very similar analysis to Pascal Siakam, so we'll talk about him. But we're just going to target Scotty Barnes over in rebounds and assists. Now, I wanted the Scotty SGP, but it's like minus 160. So maybe the next game we'll take it, but this game, his lines are a little bit more juiced than normal. Now, normally his rebounds and assist line is 10.5, and he loves to finish on the hook. He's Captain Hook for a reason, but today I will just, and if you don't have rebounds plus assists, I'd likely lean his rebounds. Now, Scotty Barnes, they've played the Kings earlier this season. He had 7 rebounds and 6 assists cash in this bet. Now, expect him to get a little bit more rebounds this time, especially against Sacramento. Over their last 7 games, the Kings have given up the 3rd most rebounds per game, the 4th most assists per game to opposing teams. And like I said earlier, the Raptors down Anunoby, Achua, and Khem Birch. So Scotty Barnes already plays a ton of minutes. He's going to say even more. He's been playing about 37 to 40. He played 41 minutes, I believe, in their last game. His last 2 games without Precious Achiuwa, he's had 18 combined rebounds and assists and 13. And like I said, I just think he gets it done tonight. He's taking on a team that the last time he played them, he only went 1 of 8 from the field. I think he'll play a little bit better. Scotty, he's just going to get far too many minutes, and he's going to have far too many assist chances to get, or rebound chances to really not hit this over. You look at Pascal Siakam, hopefully we get a couple dishes, couple assists to him. That would be icing on the cake if we kind of get a 2-for-1. And I don't love betting 2 guys on one team, or 2 guys, especially in one game to hit an over, but I really do like both of these. I think we've got a good edge on them. So I'll be riding with Scotty Barnes over 11.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 111 on FanDuel. Don't anticipate that line changing. So lock it in. Now, if you don't have FanDuel, you can click the first link in the description. Go sign up for him if you're in a legal state. Now, that'll do it. Those are my 6 best bets of the day. If we add another one, I'll put it down below in the pinned comment section. But in the pinned comment section, you'll see Monday Night Football, Rams versus Cardinals, one of the best games on the slate. Best bets. Go check out that video. We appreciate you guys. Let's get to 16,000 subscribers. We appreciate you guys all for tuning in. We're back and ready on the grind. I appreciate you. I think I say appreciate like 150 times a video, but I really do mean it. You guys are awesome, and the Calling Our Shot channel continues to grow. If you aren't following us on social media, go do it. My TikTok is almost at 3,000 followers, which is pretty cool. I don't know. We're rambling. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.